All right, 3G's guys, old blue Accord back. It's another Friday. It's a cold one out there. Got the fire going pretty good, so it's starting to warm up a little bit. I guess I'm just going to recap from last week. It's cold here, and I'm sorry for the people in Texas with that ice storm. But yeah, YouTube is kind of a funny thing. I enjoy the comments, and there's some people on there that really don't have a clue. And what's funny about it is I like accuracy in what I do, and this is going to tie back to cars and working. And you have to be accurate with what you do on a car or any kind of piece of equipment because that's what a machine wants. So you can't just be like, hey, whatever, I'm going to bolt this on all wrong and it's going to work great. So yeah, some of the people on there talking about driving on black ice and, oh, I can drive on ice, and it's just funny how people, they talk themselves, and it's so predictable because as soon as they make a fool of themselves, then they start telling this fabricated story like, oh, I drove in Norway too, and I live in Texas now, but when I was in Norway, everybody drove all over, and it wasn't a big deal, and they all drive Saabs, and I'm like, okay. But yeah, you can't drive in black ice. We all know that, especially in the South here. So kind of funny, but it is pure entertainment for me. And it's a good learning lesson on how people have trouble troubleshooting mechanical systems and their thought process. And it's not a bad thing. I mean, it's not everybody can, be a nuclear engineer in the world, or Elon Musk, it's just an interesting little thing. So I try to teach people stuff, hopefully. Simple to me, and it's sometimes even hard to explain. But anyway, so we're gonna go. Let's start off with the calipers, because dropped these mics. Damn, and I thought I broke them, but I didn't. They're working. And what happened was when I dropped them, they had that dotted line going all the way across, and it had lost its origin point, and I kind of have forgotten that. So I was trying to push the origin button, but with my fat finger I couldn't do it, so I actually had to use a screwdriver and hold that down, and then it read back to 0. And you probably should do this for accuracy once in a while, just to check these. A lot of guys keep talking about, you buy the ones at Harbor Freight for $30. These are usually, I haven't bought these in a while. They were $99 at MSC all the time. I think they're like $139 now. Just buy the real ones. Those Harbor Freight ones lose their origin. You'll measure the same part 5 times and get 5 different numbers. You're going to get really frustrated because, especially if you machine something and you're trying to get down to 1,000 inch or 2,000 inch and numbers are moving around and stuff, you're just going to be really frustrated over the difference between a $30 made in China caliper and a real one. That's just my opinion, and I've had these a long time. It's not the first drop I've done on them either, which is sad. And then you should get them calibrated. What I usually do is I'll have a piece of like drill rod or some kind of piece of metal that I know has been ground to maybe an inch or 500 thousandths, and then just check it on that. I don't really have anything at home. I found a couple things to check on, but I've got a piece of something here that I know is 1 inch, so I've just got to find it and just check the accuracy really quick, because I did drop them and they're mechanical. You could have bent the jaws or something. But anyway, so the mics are fine. I was kind of mad about that the other day. I thought it was funny, but that's my sense of humor. So yeah, and then on to the battery. Well, the battery, I thought I had it licked because I've had the car sitting here, and I always keep the doors open and the car strapped down just so it don't slip off the lift as a safety thing. It's just a thing of mine to do. But the doors are open, and one of the lights was on, so it killed the battery. And I charged it back up with the old charger, and it came back fine. 13 volts, 12.89, looking good. Well, I went to check it today, and it's back down to 5 volts or below. And it ain't good. So, and I did check it right directly on the post too, not just on the connections. I can't do it while I'm holding the camera phone here. So I also noticed, so I got something going on. So I do have, and you can see it there, an amp draw of about 1 amp. So over a week's time, 1 amp is killing this battery. That's probably correct, but I don't know where the draw is. I'm not that worried about it. I should have unhooked the battery. I talked about unhooking the battery, and I didn't unhook the battery, so yeah, I killed it again. So that's going to be 2 documented. I'll call that a deep discharge because you're down to 5 volts. So of course tonight I'm going to unhook the battery. I promise. I'm going to hook it back up. I'm going to give it a good nice charge, and I'm going to check it again tomorrow, and then I'm going to let it sit. I have not been driving the car. The weather's been terrible after the last video. I think it rained every single day. These tires in the rain, and you know, I do got holes in the back of the car and stuff, and it leaks. The water leaks in everywhere. So just not a bad weather car so anymore for me. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. I haven't done anything with the rotors. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I'm going to clean these surfaces up, get a little bit of this rust on here, put some new anti-seize on everything, clean the lug nuts, lug studs, and then probably what I'll do is I'll soft mount the rotors, and then I'll probably take these pads out and put I might just put the calipers on. I'm going to do something where I exercise the pistons a little bit, especially on this one. And then I'm also going to take, you know, these are floating designs, so it floats on this pin, like I said before. And I haven't greased these or done anything in a long time. And you can see there's corrosion. This is from sitting. Same with the rotors. It's lot rot, they call it. It's just from sitting on asphalt, moisture. This all needs to move and be free. And obviously, I can't, you know, you're not probably going to move it with your hand, but it needs to squeeze back and forth as you're using your caliper brake. So yeah, a little cleanup. That's good. It's a good thing. And again, I had the rotors turn really just because of rust, lot rot. It wasn't anything to do with warpage or anything like that. This setup here is very hard to really warp because it's almost an inch taller than a stock 88 Accord rotor. So you got a lot of surface area there. They're also thicker, and that's the other reason why I did that. They're thicker. The Type R ones are quite a bit thicker than a stock rotor. So you got a lot of heat sink there, and I've had really good luck with them. So that's where we're at with that. Yeah, just like I said, basic cleanup. Look everything over. I got something kind of fun. Like I said, I love YouTube. I got a guy on here, and it's kind of ironic. I'm a big fan of Multimatic engineering, and you know some of the cars they do, like the GT40, and then they're racing and all that stuff. And one of the reasons why I bought that car is because, well, it's got Multimatic shocks on it, which you can't really just buy. You gotta buy a whole car. Kind of stupid, but that's how that works. So he's a Multimatic engineer. He designed a couple of vehicles. That one of them was one of my favorite suspension designs, and he is doing a Honda. So he's done all the plots for the bump steer and suspension travel, and he's going to do I call it a dual ball joint front end. So you have 2 ball joints and you have a virtual ball joint on the bottom. It keeps your kingpin axis straight. So anyway, a lot of gobbledygook there, but kind of fun. So I contacted him a little bit. I got an idea for something for him to do, but we'll talk about that. But kind of fun videos. Pretty in-depth engineering, but guy's sharp as a tack. So, and he's working on the next generation Honda, which is kind of cool. He's gonna make it all-wheel drive and run like 18-inch tires and stuff like 18-inch rim tires and stuff like that. I think they're 11s. So yeah, fun. That's gonna be a fun one, at least for me anyway. And yeah, we'll just kind of keep going, working on the Honda a little bit. I got a lot of kind of fun stuff to get ready for in the spring. And that's really all for the update right now. I appreciate y'all looking. Not that exciting this week, but I'll keep up. I'm going to have to keep up on this battery and see if I did actually kill it. I'm hoping it's under warranty, but we'll see. So thanks again for looking, and appreciate all the wonderful YouTube comments out there on other people's posts, because it's just pure entertainment for me and free. But thanks again. Have a happy weekend. Bye.